Greg Jennings is here. Lions head into Baltimore Sunday afternoon. Ravens still favored by 3. It's a matchup between Lamar and that guy, Jared Goff, who's been cooking. Here's the tail of the tape. Goff, he's out here.
He's been cooking.
He's pretty good. Brew, who do you expect to have the better game, Goff or Lamar?
Goff has obviously been better this season, and he is a guy that's going to start. You're going to start seeing his name in the MVP, rankings.
Yeah.
Especially if they keep winning. But I'm going to say Lamar because Goff, taking nothing away from him, he hasn't faced a ton of pressure. Like, he's only been sacked 10 times. Obviously, he's got a good offensive line. But the Ravens are tied for the league high in sacks with 24. So I think they can get to him, at least put pressure on him, if not actually outright sack him. And then they're good overall against the pass. Okay, so he's facing probably the best defense out since he's played the Chiefs. Yeah. They played a decent schedule, but it's not great defenses that they face. Tampa's okay. Seattle's pretty good. But this will be a step up on that side. And I just think Lamar, look, I think he's due. I mean, he has, right? And his receivers are, I know they've been healthy. Last week I think they were healthy. But this week they're all coming into the game healthy. And it's time for them to start throwing the ball well. So I'm looking for Lamar to have a breakout game.
Yeah, that's exactly why I think it's Jared Goff, because you're saying Lamar is due, and we've been waiting on him to actually have a breakout game. It's not that he's been playing bad. We just haven't seen these receivers and these skill guys step up the way we thought that they would at the beginning of the season. That being said, Jared Goff, he's throwing the ball to everybody that's available to him. Josh Reynolds, obviously Amon-Ra St. Brown, Laporte, the tight end. He has guys at their disposal, and he has an offensive line that does protect them. Yes, they're going against a good defense, but this is an offense that understands who they are. You're without David Montgomery. I think that will hurt. But
they
getting Jameer Robinson back,
Jahmyr
Gibbs, I'm sorry, you're going to get a load out of him. But for me, Jared Goff, the way he protects the football, this is why I like him. He's not going to force things.
Yep.
He's not going to get outside the pocket and extend a whole lot of plays. They're a timing team. They understand who they are. They're going to stay in rhythm. I like the Lions, and I like Jared Goff.
So I think, listen, the Mike Goff take might end up being the rare Category 3. Just outright wrong.
Dead wrong.
Dead wrong. I'm open. Listen, Jared Goff hasn't had a legit bad game in a near calendar year. Meanwhile, Lamar has not thrown a touchdown pass in consecutive games in a near calendar year. That's true. Goff has as many touchdown passes in the last 2 weeks as Lamar has all season. And you guys know that I think right now the Lions have the strongest case that they should, be the team with the best resume in the NFL. And I want to add one other thing. The Ravens, to me, Brew, are very hard to evaluate right now because their defensive numbers are outstanding.
Right.
But they played C.J. Stroud in his first start ever.
Exactly.
Joe Burrow in week 2.
Hurt.
Cleveland with Dorian Thompson-Robinson, his first start ever. Tennessee with Tannehill, who got hurt, and then Malik Willis came in. And their losses came against Gardner and Kenny Pickett. So it's not just that Jared Goff is, other than Burrow, who was hurt, the best quarterback they've played. They played nothing but either backups, rookies, or people making their first start. So I don't know how good the Ravens defense is because they had all the injuries, so we thought it would be bad, but the numbers have been great. So I'm really excited to see it. But in this spot, I trust Wild's guy, who's believed in since last year.
That's your guy.
Well, it's really just because, time now for the hottest segment in all of sports. It's the segment so hot, my grandmother rubs it on her aching joints and says, ooh, that hits the spot. It's upset alert. Greg?
Good.
Can you start off the segment with your upset alert?
I got the Atlanta Falcons over Chris Broussard's Baker Mayfield-led Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Wow.
When I look at this team, it's just, they're just better. They're just better all around. They got better players. They got better personnel. I will give the nod to Baker as far as you saying that.
Over
Ritter.
Thanks.
I will
That's
give
very nice
And
of
he
you.
barely gave it. I would
Nice
even
of you.
give
I'll
Baker
give you the
that.
nod in an arm wrestling competition over
But
Dusty.
when you look at these two teams,
Give me a break.
when you look at these two teams, like Atlanta Falcons have a really good defense, and I think they fly under the radar. They got a lot more weapons that I feel like they can use at their disposal. Obviously, we know who Bijan Robinson is. They can run the ball. He's due. You talk about a guy being due. He's due for a rushing touchdown. He hasn't had that yet. I like the Atlanta Falcons over the Buccaneers.
Winner of this game wins the division.
Ooh.
Falcons were my preseason pick, but if Tampa beats them, Tampa will have enough edge. Brew can't even.
The Saints are in the hunt.
The Saints
are in the hunt.
The Saints are cooked. Oh, the Saints defense is good. Trevor puts up 30. Y'all don't care.
Derek Carr's going to play better.
Or the pick 6.
Willie?
Unbelievable. The team. Go ahead, Brew.
My upset alert, the Pittsburgh Steelers go into SoFi Stadium out in L.A. and take down the Rams. Because first of all, it is going to be full of black and yellow up in that stadium.
You say this every week.
No, but it's true. Whoever plays out in L.A.
Steelers, though.
It's going to be a whole right, especially the Steelers. And Deontay Johnson looks like he'll be back. So I think he'll open. Look, Kenny Pickett, I've been disappointed. But now he's got 2 great, I won't say great, but very good receivers. Pickens could be great. Yeah, he will be great. And I think Deontay just opens things up for those guys. And so I like the Steelers to go in there and get this. And they're on a bye. Mike Tomlin, when he says he's going to fix something, he generally does, right? They got manhandled by the Texans. He said, we got to start practicing with pads again, all right? And then they come out there against a physical Baltimore team in a dogfight, and they were the tougher team. And so I think, again, coming off a bye, the Steelers will get it done.
I know you're not a gambler, Brew, but Mike Tomlin coming off a bye against the spread, outstanding, second only to Andy Reid over the last 20 years, I think, and Mike Tomlin getting 3 points, and Mike Tomlin as a dog's like 65%. So
I didn't even know that.
Yeah,
stuff.
I know you didn't. So listen, it's
knowledge.
I like it. Go ahead.
Intuition.
Now it's time for the Puxatawny Phil of football to make his upset alert. And a lot of people say, why do they call you the Puxatawny Phil of football? It's because you're living a log and you're covered with fur. And I say, no, it's just a coincidence. It's because I can predict the future. And bear with me on this one. Patriots over Bills, straight up.
Yes, Wilds.
Here's the thing. Greg, just hear me out. Greg, just hear me out before you leave. Just hear me out. I know the Patriots are a bad football team. I've watched the games. But here's the thing. If you're a bad dresser, let's say, okay? You're a bad dresser. You're like, what should I do? Should I go to the mall and buy all sorts of stuff? Don't do that. Just go to the mall, buy a pair of white sneakers, a pair of blue jeans, a white collared shirt, and a blue blazer. And guess what? You'll look better than 95% of the people you walk across. You know why? Simple. Simple, simple, simple. That's all you got to do. So for the Patriots, all you got to do, Mac Jones, don't throw the ball to the other team. You got 7 interceptions that have led to 34 points. Don't do it. Simple. Next up, when you have an option to take a penalty, don't do it. Don't get penalized. Don't get penalized during the play. Don't get penalized pre-snap. Don't do anything dumb. Again, blue blazer. That's it. It's boring, I know, but it gets the job done. Final one. Run the ball. Simple. All you got to do, Mac Jones, there you go. Run it straight because the Bills can't stop the run. That's it. It's simple. I know it seems obvious, but we can't do it. And I know you're thinking before you go, I know what you're going to say. What about the elephant in the room? Well, it's Mac Jones versus Josh Allen. It's just 2 guys who are light years apart. Are they? Because in their last meeting, you know what happened? We almost won this game. I know. I'm serious, Greg. Mac Jones played well. He threw 3 interceptions. Again, one of them was kind of a Hail Mary at the end of the game. But we had those 2. DeMar Hamlin was back. Everyone was fired up. Special teams scored 2 touchdowns. And even I was kind of rooting for the Bills. I'm like, this is awesome. That being said, Mac Jones can play, and you can play smart football. Just play normal, smart football, and you can win the game. That's it. Simple stuff. Just normal. You know what I'm saying? Just put a steak on the grill. Don't try to make a beef Wellington. Just put it on the grill, flip it once, take it off, eat it.
Wilds, this is what made Upset Alert the most popular segment in sports
hottest,
TV.
not necessarily
the hottest.
popular.
I mean, because you took these giant swings. I support that. I do have a quick question.
Yeah.
If that's how people should dress,
Yeah.
then why do you come to the office in purple socks, green shoes, and camo pants?
I probably shouldn't.
Okay.
But I do.
Okay.
But just plain and simple
Okay.
gets the
Got
job done. Speaking of getting the job done, easy to criticize, hard to do. It's time for Nick's Picks. How you doing?
Well, last week was a disaster.
No, I'm rooting
That's
for you.
0-3.
I
Listen,
told
but
you
can I defend myself here?
Hey, hey,
Seattle, I've got them +3. They're down 4. They're in the red. They're inside the 10 4 times in the second half, come away with 3 points. The Patriots, I've got them +3.
Should have done that.
They're down 2, and Mac Jones takes a safety.
Obviously.
Even if he just threw a pick 6, they could have backdoor covered. This is the week we turn it around.
Let's go.
How do we turn it around? By betting on a team who we don't know who their starting quarterback is. That's how you shake the damn snow globe. Raiders, -2.5. Is it Hoyer, who hasn't won since 2016? Or is it Aiden O'Connell, who's never won? Don't know, don't care. You know why? Because I know who the Bears are starting at quarterback. Guy from Shepherd College, 0-star rivals guy named Tyson Badgett. You might say, who's Tyson Badgett? Is this a potential Nate Peterman situation? Remember Nate Peterman? We're like, is he really going to start a game? It'll be a disaster. You can't let him start a game. And then he threw 5 picks. It could be that situation. Oh, Nick, but then what if they bench him? Guess who his backup is? It's Peterman. It's either Badgett or Peterman. So either way, Raiders laying less than a field goal. Next, Wilds, while I support you, these picks are too important.
do it.
Lay that 8.5, boys. What do the Bills do?
Do it.
What is Josh Allen? A roller coaster, and we just got to the bottom these last couple weeks, so we're going back up. They're three of their wins this year, 28, 34, and 28. Meanwhile, New England, 2 of their losses are by 34 or more. The last 5 times these two teams have played, where it wasn't a tornado warning outside the stadium, the Bills have won by an average of 19 points. Lay the 8.5. And in order to cover the 8.5, the Bills probably only need 9. So I don't mind laying the points. And last, I got to tell you, this pick makes me sick to my stomach.
Wow.
Kirk Cousins on national television against a great defense that's angry, coming off a loss. However,
I don't like this at all.
I got an alert from some of my friends in the desert last night. 94% of the money bet on this game has been bet on the Niners. Oh, it's a trap, America. Go the other way. I don't know if it's a backdoor cover. 94%.
When did the line move?
Well, that's why it's a little something to miss here, because the line is staying steady at 7. People just keep betting the Niners. They're like, oh no. And I say Brian Flores is going to have something cooked up for young Brock Purdy. Vikings, +7. Don't know how. But that, I believe it.
Don't know.
Raiders, -2.5. Don't know who the quarterback is. Bills, -8.5. I root against them every week. Vikings, +7. Don't know how. That's how you break an 0-3 streak.
I hope this hits, but if it doesn't,
Yeah.
you have no one to blame but yourself.
Agreed.
Okay.
Agreed.
Coming up next, Josh Allen. Oh, we dig in to Josh Allen's roller coaster.
Yeah. Something to prove this week. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get more from the show and to check out clips from other shows on FS1.